Hello friends, welcome back. This is Amit from Magnet, and today we are going to create this ocean environment scene inside Unreal Engine 5.3. So first take a look what we are going to create today. So before we start, if you are new to this channel, I recommend you to check my videos, and if you find those videos useful, please do subscribe this channel and turn the notification on. And here I like to shout out for all those people who has already joined me as a member. So if you really want to support me, you can also join me as a member. So let's get started. So I open my Unreal Engine version 5.3 and then I choose this games option here and also this third person template. And here I also tick on this starter content. Then I name my project as tutorial and click this create button here. So after open the engine, first we go to this files and then go to this new level and create an empty level here. And now we're going to set up our lighting very quickly. So for this we go to this windows and then go to this environment light mixer and we're going to click all of these options here. So first we click on this create skylight to create this skylight here. Then also click on this create sky atmosphere and then create atmospheric light, then create volumetric cloud and this height fog, and then we close it from here. So first we go to this exponential height fog and make sure that we turned on this volumetric fog. If you not turn this on, just click on this volumetric fog here. And also we go to this skylight and then we go to its details panel and click on this real-time capture. So make sure that you turn this on. Okay. So this is how you can create a lighting setup very quickly. And now we're going to create a landscape here. So for this we go to the select mode option here, then we go to this landscape and we don't need to change anything here, just click on this create button here. So once we create our landscape, we go back to our main selection mode here. And now we're going to create this ocean, and for this I'm going to use this inbuilt water system. So for this we're going to enable a plugin. So we go to this edit option and go to this plugins, and in the search bar we type water, and here you will find this water plugin. So just enable this one and also this one, and then we're going to restart this engine. So just click on this restart now. And before we restart, we have to save our level. So we click on the save selected and then we have to name our level. So we name this as also tutorial and then we hit on this save button here. So after launch your engine, if you find this kind of error, you have to do one thing, that you just go to this last of this sentence and here you will find this add entry to default engine.ini. Just click on here and then just clear. And just close this one from here and also close these plugin options here and also close this one. Okay, and now we have to open our level. So for this we go to this content drawer and here you will find the level that we just created earlier. Just double click to open this one and here it is. Okay, and if your viewport looks something like this, you can also dock this content drawer. So just click on this content drawer and click on this dock in layout. Just click over here and you can see that your content are also dock over here. Okay, and now we're going to put the ocean. So for this, we go to this option and then we click to this place actor panel. And in the search bar, we type for water and we look for this water body ocean. Just click, drag and drop to our scene here. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to close this panel and it will take a little time to compile all these shaders. So first time when you apply your water body, you will see that my water look different than yours. It's because that I have already changed these material settings as well as the web settings, and because it's an engine content, so if you change anything, it will carry forwarded to your next project. So but don't worry, I will show you that what changes I made to make this water look something like that. So in order to change all these settings, first we just click on this water surface and you can see that it is selected, and then we go to its details panel and then we go down here, and inside that you will find these water wave assets. Just double click to open this one here, and here it is. So just maximize this panel and you can just copy all my settings here that I made to create the wave like this. And if you want to know more about all these options, you can check my previous tutorial on ocean, or also you can make some changes here. So maybe if you go to this wavelengths, and you can see that the minimum wavelength and the maximum wavelength for this wave. So if you change this value, you can see that what changes it made. So you can see that if you want more waves or more frequent wave, you can just decrease this value from here. And then we go to this amplitude. So here you can increase the amplitude of these waves. So you can see that what is the changes here. Okay, just like that. So I just reset my value to my actual one. And then also this is the direction. So you can see that in that case the waves are coming towards us. So if you want to change the direction, you can easily do that, just like that. So you can see that now these waves are coming from left to right here. Okay, so just like that. So you can easily change according to your air conditions here. And there is a stiffness, so I'm really not using this one, so I make all this value to 0. And if you have some values, you can just make it or tweak it to 0 to make the wave like something like that. Okay, and here you can also increase this number of waves. You can see that the wave number is increases, so I'm just set it to 16. Okay, just like that. And when you satisfied all these values, or you can just copy these values to your project and then just click on this save button here. Okay, and you can still see that your color may be look different than mine also. So now we're going to make the changes to this water material. So again we select this water body ocean and then go to its details panel, and then we go down until we find this rendering tab, and under this rendering you will find this water material. So just double click to open this one, and here is this all these properties for this water material. So you can see that I not really change much here, but I do change here, that is the caustics. So I enable this caustics and also activate this by just ticking here. So you can see that here, if you see closely, you can see some of these caustics here. So if you just disable these caustics from here, you will see that those lines are gone. But if you want the caustics, just enable this one from here. Okay, just like that. And you can see, you will again see these caustics here. And then also you can also change the water color from here. So here, that is the global vector parameter values. So here from you can also change the colors. So if you go to this absorption color, just click over here and you will get this color wheel. And now if you go to this white portion here, and then if you hit OK, you can see that you can make a very clear water here. Okay, so if you want to make some clear water, you can easily make it by changing the color from here. And you can see that these are this area where those parameters are affected and the rest of the area is not affected. So you can see that we can do one thing, that if we want to make changes to our water, so we place our island in a certain position here to get the more area of these changeable areas. So in order to do that, we select all these spline points and place our island little behind here. So in that way we can get more of the areas here. So just select this spline point and drag this island to here. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now here is our island and these are the waters, and again we change this water color. So we go to this water material here, and then we go to this water color and maybe we make it little bluish color here, just like that, and hit OK. Okay, so you can see that this looks something like this, and if you want more bluish, so you can easily do that. Just make it little bluish here and hit OK. And you can see that it not look right, so again we change this to maybe something like that. Or if you think that you messed up these settings, you just simply reset this value from here. And if you see that when you reset this value, you see that the parameters or the color is not changing here, just go to the save button, and if you save it one, and you will see the updates here. Okay, so again we go to here and maybe we change it little bit bluish here and hit OK. Okay, so this is how you can easily change the water color, and here also you can get more settings. And if you want to know more about these settings, you can check my previous tutorial on ocean, and there I already describe all of these options there. Okay, the link in the description as well as in the I button. And here is the very important option under this water shading, that is the anisotropy. So I'm come to this option later on when we really need this option. I will show you that what actually this option do for this ocean surface. Okay, so for now I'm just save this settings here and close it from here. Okay, so this is how you can create this kind of nice ocean, and feel free to tweak the settings to make more random design to your ocean. And here you can see that our surface is here, but our waves are run from this right side to left side here. And if you really see it, so maybe we can change the direction little bit. So again, for the direction we go up here until we find these wave assets. Just double click to open this one, and then we go to this direction here, and we have to make these waves comes towards us. Okay, just like that. So we go to this direction and then we rotate this one. So in that way you can see the waves are coming from this angle. So maybe again we rotate it little bit. Okay, so now you can see that the waves are coming from this side towards this island. Okay, so this is how you can easily change the direction. Now we save this one from here and minimize it. So now we're going to put the ground assets, or you can say the cliff assets. So for this I'm using the Megascan content, and its content is available in Epic Game Marketplace, and which is absolutely free. So for the cliff assets I'm using this Nordic Coast collections. So in order to get this, just click on this add to project. Then we find our project here. So this is the tutorial, and just click on this add to project. So once you complete the download, you will go back here and click on this import. If you see this kind of options here, just click on this import. So you'll find this geometry folder and this map folder and this Megascan materials and this water folder. Okay, so inside this geometry folder, if you double click to open this one, you will find these two folders named this assembly and the backdrop. So we go to this assembly, and here you will find all these assemble here. So that is the boulders, the cliffs. So in that case we using those cliffs. So just double click to open this one, and here is all these clips here. Okay, so now we going to put these clips over here. So but before we do anything, let's put a mannequin here so we can get a right size reference here. So for this we go to this content folder, and here you will find one folder named this characters. Just double click to open this one, and then we go to this mannequins, and then we go to this mesh folder, and here we will find this simple mannequin. Just double click to open this one here. So now you can see that our mannequin is here. So and in 5.3 there is a very nice shortcut to decrease or increase the camera speed. So if you see here, in now it is the 1.2, and if you hold the right click and just mouse wheel up or down, you can see that you can easily increase or decrease the camera speed. So it is a very nice addition to navigate your scene here. Okay, so if you want to move quickly, you just increase this number and you can see that you can move very quickly. And if you wheel down to decrease this value, and then you can just move it very slowly here. Okay, so it's a very nice shortcut here. Okay, so here is our mannequin. So first we're going to place these mannequins over these shores. So we just click on this axis and we press shift and hold the shift key and just drag our assets over here. Okay, just like that. And also we put it little up here, or you can see that the snapping is bothering, so we just disable the snapping from here, and now you can easily place your actor over here. Okay, so now we can see that this is our size reference. And now again we go to this geometry folder, then we go to this assembly, and then we go to this clips. So here from it's very dynamic, because if you want to design a little bit different, you can easily use different assets here. So feel free to use any assets you want. So for now, first we're going to use this one over here. So we just put it over here, and you can see that the size is pretty much same. So maybe we're going to increase the scale of this clip little bit, just like that, not much. Okay, and just place it over here. Okay, and then we duplicate it and also we rotate it. So in that point you can easily understand that how you can make this kind of scene. So we just duplicate and place it here and there, just like that. Okay, so here is the problem, that you can see that over this sea surface, this shadow is not realistic. So now the anisotropy option comes here. So again we select our water surface here, and then we go down until we find this water material. Just double click to open this material. And now if we go to this anisotropy, there under this water shading, this anisotropy, and if we increase this value, so maybe we increase it to maybe 0.6, and now you can see that those shadows are disappearing, but we still have those shadows over here. So we increase this value, and now you can see that those shadows are gone. And if you see those shadows, this is the under this sea surface. So this is how you can fix this kind of weird issue. Okay, so now you save this one, and then again we place our assets over here. So you can see that the shadow is look right over here, and maybe we can dip it down a little bit, just like that. Okay, so let's put other assets. So maybe use this one over here. Okay, so you can see that how easily I create this area. So feel free to experiment with other assets, but if you want to use the same assets that I use here, you can also do that. And yes, if you see this kind of notice here, you can also do one thing, that if you just go to this edit option and then we go to this project settings, and then we search for this virtual texturing. So if you go to the search bar and type for virtual, and under this virtual textures you will find this enable virtual texture support. Just enable this from here, and you have to restart this. So just click on this restart now and just save all these changes. So once you restart, and just click on this no here, and also we close this one here, and then we go to our content and just open our level, that is the tutorial. Just double click to open this. Okay, so now you can see that these warnings are gone here. Okay, so now we going to put our landscape material here also. So for this we go to this again geometry folder, and then we go to this assembly, and here you can find this kind of plates over here. So we're going to use these plates, so we just use this one maybe. So you can see that this look really amazing. So just put it over here, or maybe we can just rotate it a little bit, and then we place it down. And also we can disable this rotation snapping, and then we're going to place it over here so it can create our nice ocean bed here. Okay, so just like that. Okay, and also we can duplicate it multiple times to fill all these areas. Okay, so you can see that this look amazing. And also sometime if you see this kind of edges here, just select and just dip it down like that. Okay, so it will be looking seamless. And also we're going to fill all these areas, so we select this one and we duplicate it over here. Okay, just like that. And also we place it over here. Okay, so you can fill all this area, but make sure that how much you want to show in your viewers. So maybe this look nice. And also we just duplicate this one here, and then we duplicate. Okay, and now we're going to use other assets, so maybe use this one here. So you can see that all these assets are really amazing, so you can use anything from here and it will create a nice result to your scene. So you can see that this look really amazing. So we can just rotate this one over here and dip it down like that. Maybe we can decrease the scale. And also rotate it. Okay, and also you can see that these are the edges, so we're going to put it little down here. Okay, and also we have other ones, so maybe use this one over here. And place these things here. Okay, and now we go back from this folder and then we go to this rocks folder, and here is the interesting assets. So these assets are really cool, so we just put it over here, and you can see that those are the rocks assets. So now you can see that these are the small rocks, so you can easily put it here and there to make it look nicer. And maybe we put it over here, and also use this one over here. And also use this one, maybe use this one here. Okay, just like that. Or maybe we place it over here, and you can see the seams here. So you can do one thing, that you can just duplicate it over here, and then we place these things here to hide those seams here. Or you can just press R to bring this scale switch and just scale it like that and place it over here. And you can also rotate it to look different looking. Okay, so now you can see that how you can easily manage those edges. Okay, and also we can use this over here. Okay, and now again go back to this folder and go to this folder here. So here is some rock formation, you can easily use those. And let's see which one. Maybe we go to this folder, and these are the nice clips, so maybe we use some of these clips also. So maybe use this one over here, and these are the really huge, so we're going to decrease the scale and then we place it. Or maybe we place these clips here. Okay, so you can see that those clips are looking very nice, so you can use those also. So maybe we can use it as a very distance mountain here. So here maybe. Okay, so you can see that it create nice parallax also. Okay, so again go to this ground folder, and here you can find nice assets also. So these are the ground assets which filled with the small rocks and also as well as this big rocks. So maybe we use this one, or maybe we can just scale it down a little bit, and then we place it this side, just like that. Okay, and also we have those ground assets, so maybe use this one in this side. Okay, so if you put all these assets here, and if you're looking for other assets, so you can also have this. So we go to this Megascan folder here. So under this content, we go to this Megascan folder, and then we go to this 3D assets, and also we can enable this static mesh filter. So if you don't have these filters over here, you can just go to this 3 lines option, and then we go to this static mesh filter, just enable it from here, and then we enable this one. And here you can see all these individual assets here. So let's see what we need. So here you can see some of these rock beds, so you can just drag and drop over here, and you can see that these rocks look really amazing, and we're going to fill with these rocks over this entire area. Or maybe we can use different one here, so maybe use this one also, and also this one. So first we're going to put it little down here, and also use this one and put it little down over here. Or maybe just rotate it according to our slope here. So you can see according to our slope we can rotate it little bit, and then we put it down. Okay, just like that. And also we rotate it into this side. Okay, and then we're going to duplicate it. So we're going to duplicate it so many times, so feel free to duplicate, as well as if you want to rotate it or just place it to look it right. Okay, just like that. And also use this one also, so maybe we place it over here, and then we dip it down like that. Okay, and also we select this one and duplicate it over here to fill these areas. Okay, so you can see that how I create this scene, and you can also extend it if you want to this side also, but you can see that it will take little time to place all these assets to seamlessly. And again also you can see some of these seams over here, so you can easily just rotate it to different angle to match the lining. And if you feel that this is so identical looking, so you can also put different assets here and there. So maybe use different rocks here, just like that. So just put it over here to make it little different looking, just like that. And also you can use different assets here and there also. Okay, and also maybe use those rock assets to make it look little different. Okay, and also maybe we duplicate it to this side and we rotate it, and also we fill this gap over here. So now we're missing one thing, that our rock which is connected to this water is also dry. So if we can make an effect and that can create this rock wet and then gradually it goes dry, it will be look nice. So you can easily do it by using those assets. So if you select any of these assets here, and then we go to its details panel, and here you can find this material. So just double click to open this material here, and here is this material panel, and then we just go down to find its parent material. So here is this parent material, so just double click to open this material here. So now you can see that this is the parent material, and you can see that it look little complicated, but don't worry, we don't need to change anything here, just one thing. So we make a little room here, and then we go over here. So here you can see that this node, it comes from this shore wetness, and we just connect it to this node. So just click and drag and just connect it to here, and you can see that now this material attributes is taking all these actions from this node. Okay, and that's it. Just apply it from here, and then we save it. Okay, and if we minimize this one, and now you can see that these are the rock which is near to the water. You can see that these have this kind of nice wet look here. So you can see that these are the assets which is closer to the water, it gets this kind of wet material effect here. And if you put it higher here, you can see that those goes dry. Okay, so just put it down to this water, and you can see that this look nice with this shiny wet look here. Now we're going to put a post process volume to correct our exposures here. Okay, so for this we go to this box again, and then we go to this visual effects, and we click on this post process volume. So when we apply this post process volume, you will see that the post process volume will affect only on this box area. So in order to apply it to this whole world, we can do one thing, that we select our post process volume, and then go to the search bar here, and we type infinite. And when you type infinite, you will find this one, that is the infinite extend unbound. Just toggle this switch here, and now it will affect enter the world. Okay, and now we're going to change this bloom effects here. So first we go to this bloom, then we just tick on this method, and we change this method standard to convolution here. And in order to visualize the change here, we're going to change our light position first. So we press Ctrl and L and hold that, and just change our light position here. So here you can see where is our sun. So here is the sun. So if you change it to standard, you can see that the light rays look something like that. But if you change it to convolution, you can see the change here. So it look nice. But if you want the previous one, you can also change it to standard. And then we go to this intensity, and we change it down to maybe 0.2 here. Okay, just like that. And also we go to this directional light here, so which is our sun. First we go to its intensity, and we change this intensity to maybe 0.7 here. And also we go to the source angle. The source angle basically the size of the sun. So if you increase the source angle, you can see that the size of the sun is increasing. And as well as it is also beneficial for the shadows. So here if you look into the shadow here, so you can see that the shadow is look so much diffuse. But if you decrease the size, or if you decrease the size of the sun, you can see that I just decrease my camera speed here. So you can see that you can see the more sharp shadow here. So this is the use of this source angle. So if you increase this value, you can get more nice diffuse shadow here. Okay, but maintain your sun size. So this look too large, so we going to decrease it to maybe some kind of manageable size here. So this look nice, and also it creates a nice diffuse shadow also. Then we go back to our post process volume again, and now we going to this exposure settings. So here the exposure, and also we toggle this metering mode here, and then we drop down this list and we change this to manual. Okay, and you can see that everything goes black. So we going to increase the exposure compensation from here. So we activate this one and we increase it to maybe for now 10. So 10 looks something like that, or maybe 11. Okay, just like that, but don't worry, we're going to change it later on. Okay, and also we go down to this lens flare option and we enable this lens flare, and intensity we decrease this value to maybe 0.2. Okay, just like that. And now we going to put a camera into our scene. So for this, again we go to this box here, and then we go to this cinematic and we click on this cine camera actor. Okay, and here is the cine camera actor under this outliner section. Just right click here and you will see that snap object to view. So if you toggle this, you can see that the camera is automatically set it to our viewport here. So here it is. And then also we go to this perspective and select our cine camera actor. Okay, so now here it is. And when we put our cine camera actor, we also put a sequence for our scene. So for this, we go to this box here, this option, and we click on this add level sequence. Okay, and now you have to save this. So maybe we name it as a tutorial sequence and we save it from here. So here is our sequence. So once you create this sequence, now we're going to drag our camera into our sequence. So we just find our camera, or you can just search it from here. So we type cine, and here is our cine camera actor. Just drag and drop over here. Okay, so here is our camera. So when you put your camera, we go to the camera details panel and we go top. First we go to this film back option here, and here we change this camera preset to 16:9 DSLR. Okay, just like that. And then we come to here, that is the current focal length. We're going to decrease this focal length to maybe 15 mm, so we can get a nice wide angle lens here. And you can see that when you put the camera, the lens flare also working here. Okay, and then also there is the current aperture value. Maybe we going to decrease this aperture value, or you can say that the f-stop value. So maybe if we put it 1.4 here, you can see that it can create nice exposure to our scene. Okay, so now if we change our light position here, so maybe we put our light over here, and you can get nice lighting to our scene. And if you don't like those guide markers here, you can just press G to hide all those assets. Okay, so now you can see that this look nice. Okay, and also maybe we can do one thing, that we go to our directional light. So press directional to find this directional light, and the intensity is 0.7 is so much less, so maybe we change it to maybe 5 or so. And when you put the 5 lux, you can see that our scene is blowing out. And you can also do one thing, that we go to our post process volume here, and then we go to our exposure settings. So here it is, and maybe we change it to maybe 10. Okay, or maybe 9.5 will be look nice. Okay, so now you can see that this look nice. This is how you can create this kind of scene here. And now we're going to put all these vegetations here, or maybe you can just put some other assets to here and there to make it more nice. So maybe we can duplicate this one here and also increase its scale like that, so we can get another dimension of assets here. Or maybe we rotate it a little bit more. Okay, so now you can see that if we tweak some of these assets into here and there, and also put some assets over here and also there, it will look more natural. So feel free to change your assets position and just experiment things to put here and there to make the difference. And if you like this, you can finalize these positions here. So now we're going to put the vegetations here. So for this, we going to this content browser again, and we right click and we click on this add quick cell content. And I have already downloaded some of these plants over here, so I'm just giving you all this link in the description, so you'll get this. So first I'm going to use this one here, and also this one, and this grass, and also some of these small plants here, and this one also. So select all of this, and maybe we going to change this highest quality here, and then I'm just click on this add to project here. So just click here, and in order to find all those assets, we go to this Megascan folder, and if you download some plants, you can also get this folder called this 3D plants. Just double click to open this one, and if I click on this static mesh, you will get all these plants over here. So first we going to work with these plants, so maybe we go to its folder itself. So here it is, the yellow archangel. Just double click to open this, and first we going to make all of this plant as a nanite. So we select all of this, and then we right click, go to this nanite, and click on this here, that is the enable nanite for 12 meshes. So once you change it to nanite, it will take little time to compile its shaders. And now we're going to use the foliage system to place all of these plants over on these rocks. So we go to this selection mode and go to this foliage, and here you will see all of these plants over here. So we just select this archangel plants, and we select all of this, and then also we go down here, and here we can increase the density of these plants, or also we can increase its scale. So maybe first we're going to increase its scale to maybe 2, and the maximum scale maybe 4 here. And let's see, maybe we change the density to 50, and also we go up here, and paint density we change it to all the way 1, and also we decrease the brush size to maybe 100 here. Okay, so now, or also make sure that you check on the static mesh here. So first we go over here, and we start painting here. So you can see that if you paint here, it can paint like this. And if you feel that the density is less, you can also increase the density. So maybe we can go down here, and we can increase the density to maybe 200. Okay, and then if we paint, so maybe in order to delete, if you accidentally paint anywhere, just press and hold the shift key, and then just click, and you will delete the assets. So now we're going to paint again. Okay, just like that. So now you can see that when you put the plants, it will look more nice. Okay, but make sure that you not paint some plants here also, because we're going to put other plants here. So we just paint the plants here also. And you can see that when we paint to this distant mountain, the plants look very small. So we can do one thing, that we can select all of these plants, and then we go down here, and also increase the scale to minimum scale to 4, and the maximum scale to maybe 6 here. And now if you paint, we can paint the bigger plants here. Okay, just like that. Okay, and now we're going to paint other assets. So maybe we're going to use this one. So again, in order to change it to nanite, we select all of these plants and right click and go to its nanites and enable nanite. Okay, so now we're going to deselect all of these plants from here. Just deselect this, and then we go to this plant. So maybe we select this one, and also some of these roots here. and maybe this one here. Then we just select, and also we go down here. Maybe first we going to paint so we can see how large those plants are. So maybe we paint over here. Okay, so this look nice, and you can see that it also put some of these nice roots here. So you can see that those are the roots here, so it will look more amazing. So now we're going to put some plants under this sea surface. So for this, maybe we're going to use this one maybe. So these are the plants which can grow inside the water. So first we again going to change all the of these plants to nanite here, and then we go to select all of these, and then again we deselect this to make sure that we doesn't select any of these plants here. So first we select only those plants here, and also we go down here to its details panel. Here is the density, so again we change this to maybe 200, and also the scaling we change this to 2, and the minimum scale to 1.5 maybe. And now we're going to start painting here. So first we paint some plants over here, and you can see that this look nice, or maybe it is too big, so maybe we can delete some of this, and again we decrease the scale to maybe 0.5 to 0.8 maybe, and let's paint. And now you can see that this look nice. Okay, and one thing that we missing the wind effect on these plants, so we just enable this from this material section. So we go to this material instance here of these plants, and then we go to the search bar and type for wind, and here you can find this enable grass wind, and just toggle this to on. And now if you see here, or maybe if we go close here, and you can see that those are moving very slightly. And you can also increase this value to maybe, if you increase this wind intensity, you can see that those are moving very fast. Okay, so inside this water maybe it will be normal to move those plants very fast. So we save this one, and you can also enable all this wind for these other plants by using the same technique here. Okay, and here also you can see that those plants are grow in the wrong place. So we go up and we decrease our brush size to maybe 50, and then we delete these plants. Okay, and now we go to increase the density of this paint section. So we make sure that we select all of these plants here, and we go down and we increase this density to maybe 500 here. And now we're going to paint. Okay, so make sure that you paint every place here underneath this sea surface here also, and you can see that this look really amazing. And also we can increase the plant size, so maybe we can increase it to 4 and the minimum to maybe 3 here. And then we go to this area, and if we paint, you can get more big these plants here. And believe me, when you see from this top, you can see that this look really amazing. Okay, so just like that you can use those plants, and put some plants also here. Or maybe this look bad, so we going to delete this also. And then again we reset this value, and we paint some plants here also. And if you think that some of time the paint is painted in wrong places, you can just go over here and you can disable this, just select this landscape, and now if you paint, it can only paint over this landscape, but you can see it because our landscape is too deep here. But here also, if you paint, you can only paint on the landscape. So you can see that this is not grow from any individual rocks here, it only grow from the landscape. Okay, so this is how you can also make nice look to your scene here. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now you can see that with these plants, this look more amazing. Okay, and now we still have another plant, so maybe we use those grasses. So again, we enable the nanite for this grass, and then we go down here and we select all of these and just deselect those, and we only select those grasses here. And then also we go down and increase its density to maybe 500 here, and make sure that you only select the landscape here. And now we're going to paint. So maybe you can paint here, or you can see that this is not look that good, so maybe we can decrease the density of this. So maybe we can decrease the density from here to maybe 200, and also we decrease the scale to maybe 0.5 to 0.8. And now if we paint, you can get little bit of grass here. Okay, so this is not mandatory. If you want, you can put, or if you don't like it, you can just ignore this step. Okay, so this is how you can create this kind of nice look here. And also in order to enable the wind, we can go to its material instance. Into the search bar we type wind, and then we just enable the wind here, and also we increase the wind intensity little bit, then we save it. Okay, so this is how you can get this kind of nice look here. Okay, so now you can see that this look really amazing. And also there you can see some of this landscape. So you can just put a nice material to your landscape, or you can also put some static meshes to hide this landscape here. So maybe we can just place this rock to little higher to hide this landscape. And also you can see that these rocks look different looking, so maybe we can just duplicate it over here, and then we rotate it to this side. Okay, just like that. And here also you can see that this look bad, so maybe we can put this rock little higher here. Okay, so now you can see that this look really amazing. And also we go to our fog settings, so we go to the fog, and here is the fog, and we do one thing, that first we go to this fog density, we decrease this value to get more nice visibility here. And also go to this fog height, we can increase this value. Okay, and now you can see that, wow, from the top this look really amazing. Okay, and if you put more plants here, or different trees also, you can also put some trees if you want. Okay, so now we're going to put some local fog here and there. So for this I'm going to create a material for this local fog. So we go to our content drawer, and then we come over here and right click and create a material. So here it is the material, and we name this as local fog, and we open this material, just double click to open this material here. So here it is. And first we're going to change our material blending mode. So we select our material, and here is this material blending mode option. We change this to translucent. Okay, just like that. And now here you can see we only have this base color, this opacity, emissive color, and this ambient occlusion, and the wall position offset. Okay, and now first we're going to put a node called this radial gradient exponential. So we just right click here, and in this search bar we type, and if you type radial, you will find this radial gradient exponential. And first we're going to hook this radial gradient exponential to its base color here. Okay, so just like that. And then also we're going to need a texture for our local fog. So we're going to use some noise map which is comes with this engine. So we go to collapse all of this, and here is the engine folder. So if you not find this engine folder here, don't worry, just go to this settings tab here and make sure that you take on this show engine content. Okay, just like that. And inside this engine content, just expand this and go to this content. So in order to just search it very quickly, we go to the search bar and type noise, and here you will find this bunch of this noise map, but we're going to use this one, that is the tiling noise 05. We just bring it over here. And we also need another node called the depth fade. So we just right click here and type depth fade. So here is the node called this depth fade. Just bring it over here. And the opacity is the basically that how much opaque you want your fog will be, or how much transparent your fog will be. But in order to operate this function, we're going to need a scalar parameter. So we just bring this here and type for scalar, and here you will find this scalar parameter. So in this scalar parameter, we name it as opacity. And in order to operate this phase distance, we also need a scalar parameter. So again, we just bring it over here and type for scalar, and here it is. And we going to name it as also distance. Okay, just like that. And now we're going to put some value for this initial. So maybe we type 1 here and also type 1 over here. Okay. And now we're going to connect it with this radial gradient exponential. So in order to connect this with this node, we're going to use a multiply node here. So we press and hold the M key and just click here to get this multiply node here. And now we connect this radial gradient exponential with this multiply node A and this depth fade node here to B. Okay. And now we're going to connect this multiply node with this texture map, and then we finally connect it to this opacity node here. Okay, so in order to connect it again, we need a multiply node. So we press M and hold the M key and just click here to get this multiply node, and then we just connect both of these, and then we finally connect it to this opacity node here. Okay, so just like that. And now here you can see that the material is changing like this. And also we need some movement here. So for the movement, we going to use some panner node here to this texture. So we press P on the keyboard and hold the P key and just click here to get this panner node here. Okay, and then we connect it to this UV. But in order to change the speed, we're going to need another scalar parameter. So again, we just bring it here and we press scalar. Here it is. And in this scalar parameter, we name is as speed. Okay, and the value will be maybe 1. Let's see how it look. But you can see that if you put 1, the speed will be too much. So maybe we're going to decrease the speed to maybe 0.005 maybe, and you can get very subtle movement to this fog. But don't worry, you can also change it later on. So this is all the settings. So this is how you can create this kind of nice fog surface here. Okay, so when you complete this, you just apply it here to apply all these assets, and then we save this. And now we're going to close this one here, and here it is. But we're going to also create a material instance. So just right click here and create on this create material instance. So here it is. And in order to apply this, we're going to put a plane here. So we go to this box and then we go to the shape and click on this plane. Okay, so here it is. First we're going to rotate this plane. So we're going to enable this snapping here, and we press E to bring this rotation gizmo, and we rotate it to maybe 90 degree here, and also we rotate it to 90 degree, just like that. Okay, and now again we going to increase the scale maybe. So we select this plane and go to the scale, and we lock this uniform scale switch, and maybe we change it to maybe 20. So 20 will be too much maybe, so we change it to 10. Okay, and maybe we're going to put this plane over here. Okay, and then we're going to apply this material to this plane. So we select this material instance and then we go down. This is the material section. We just click on this arrow. Okay, and now you can see that here is this fog here. Okay, maybe we can also increase the scale little bit of this card. So press R and we increase this, and now you can see that with this local fog it look more amazing. Okay, and you can see also that there is some movement here. So if you want to change the movement direction, you can just rotate it and you can get this kind of nice movements also here. Okay, but we can also change some settings. So we just double click to open this material instance, and maybe we minimize this window here, and there is the distance. So there is the 3 parameters that we put in this material. So the first is distance. So if you increase this value, you can see that you can fade the distance very nicely here, and if you don't want, you just leave it as it is. And there is the opacity. So if you decrease this opacity, you can also decrease the fog density here. And here is the speed. So if you increase it, you can increase the speed, but I think the 0.005 is nice. Okay, and if you increase this just like that, and also you can increase the distance little bit. Okay, but I think the speed is little too much, so maybe we can also decrease it to maybe 1. Okay, and now we can just duplicate this plane to get more nice local fog into other areas also. Okay, so maybe we can also duplicate this one over here, and then also we place it here, and also you can also rotate it to face the camera. Okay, just like that. So this is how you can create the nice localized fog very easily. Okay, and also we can put some of this local fog into very distance here. Maybe we go over here and place this fog here, and also we can increase the scale just like that. Okay, so now again we go back to our main position here. If you think that your sky is not look right, because really it's not look that good, so we can also change the sky. So in order to change the sky, maybe we're going to use some HDRI backdrop. So in order to put the HDRI backdrop, we need a plugin to activate, which is called this HDRI backdrop. So to enable this, we go to this edit and then we go to this plugins, and in the search bar we type for HDRI, and here you can find this HDRI backdrop. So you just enable this one, and we also have to restart our engine. So just click on this restart now, and after you restart, just close, and then we go to open our level here, and also we open our sequence. Then we go to this perspective and we enable our camera. Okay, so now we're going to put a HDRI backdrop here. So in order to download nice HDRIs, I always recommend this polyheaven.com, and here you will find this HDRI. So you go to click here, that is the browse HDRIs. So maybe we're going to use this one here. So you just click here, and here from you can change the format. So I use this HDR format, so make sure that you use this HDR format, and also you can change the resolution, but for now I'm using this 4K version. And these are the creators, so many thanks to the creator also. And then we just click on this download button here to download this HDRI map. So here is this HDRI map. So we're going to bring this HDRI map to our content drawer here. So just drag and drop here. Okay, so here it is, and now we're going to put our HDRI backdrop into our scene. So for this we go to this box and we click on this place actor panel, and in the search bar we type for HDRI. So here it is, the HDRI backdrop. We just bring it over here. Okay, so you can see that instantly it looked different. but we're going to change the HDRI backdrop. So you can see that our HDRI backdrop looks something like this. So here it is, and we're going to dip it down a little bit like that. Okay, and also we're going to change the texture map also. You can see that this sky look nice, but we're going to change it with our downloaded sky HDRI map here. So we just bring this HDRI map and we just click over here to put this HDRI map here. Okay, so you can see that our HDRI map looks something like that, but you can see one thing, that our HDRI area is so less. So we're going to increase the volume of this HDRI map. So in order to increase its volume, there is the size. So we're going to put 6000 maybe. And now you can see that we get more volume here. Okay, just like that. Okay, but you can see that our HDRI sky look too much blown out. So we're going to decrease the intensity of this. So here is the intensity. Maybe we change it to 0.5 here. And also maybe we're going to increase the contrast of this map. So in order to increase the contrast, we just double click to open this texture, and then we go down, and here you will find these are the parameters for this map. So the brightness curve, and the saturation, all of this. So maybe we're going to increase the brightness curve to maybe 1.5. So it will take little time, and you can see that the contrast will be much higher here. And also there is the RGB curve. We're going to change it to maybe 1.5 also. Okay, and we save this one. So you minimize this, and you can see that the sky look more vibrant here. Okay, and also when you select this HDRI backdrop, we go to this details panel, and here you will find this skylight option here. So we're going to do one thing, that we go to this skylight, and also we click on this real-time capture. And also we're going to put our sky map into this cube map slot here. But in order to put this cube map, you cannot just simply put it here, because you can see that it is red. So you cannot put this here. So in order to put this, you have to turn the real-time capture off. And then here is the source type. We're going to change this value to the SLS specified cube map. And then we're going to bring our sky map here. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to turn on this real-time capture. Okay, now you can see that this look nice with this HDRI sky. And also we're going to do one thing, that we go to this intensity. We also decrease this value to maybe 0.5 here. And now you can see that this looks something like that. And also maybe we can place our fog here also, and maybe we can increase the fog scale, and then we place it over here. And if you want to change the sky position or sky orientation, you can just select this HDRI backdrop. Just click over here on the sky, and you will select this HDRI backdrop. Then here is this projection center. We press E to bring this rotation gizmo. And now if you rotate this, you can easily rotate the sky here. Okay, but if you rotate the sky, you can also remember to do one thing, that you just go to this HDRI backdrop, and then we select this HDRI backdrop self. Then we go to this rotation, and here is the rotation value. We just copy this by pressing Ctrl C to copy this value. Then we go down this skylight option, and here you will find this projection center. We go to this axis value, and we paste the same value over here. Okay, so in that way you can also get the skylight to rotate in the same direction here. Okay, so this is how you can put this kind of nice HDRI backdrop to make your scene look more nice. Okay, and now I'm going to put some other assets like some of these dead tree, some of these broken ships here. So for the broken ship, I'm download some assets from the Sketchfab. So I'll show you that what asset I'm use. So here you can see that I'm using this broken ship here, and in order to download this ship, we go down here, that is a download 3D model. just click on here. And if you use this model, you also have to give the credit to the creator here. So just copy this credit and paste it to your video description if you use this model here. And also many thanks to the creator who actually built these assets and make it free for us. So just go to this download 3D model, and we're going to use this FBX version. So just click on this download, and inside this folder we will find these textures as well as this source file here. So we also have to extract this model, and here is this model and the texture. So we're going to import all these assets to here. So this is our content drawer, but before we do that, we're going to create a new folder here, and we name this as broken boat, and double click to open this one. And then we bring all of these assets to here. And here, if you want to make these assets nanite, you can just tick this on, that is the build a nanite option here. And we don't need to change anything, just click on this import all. And if you see this kind of warning, just ignore it. So just clear it and close it from here. So you can see that the material also built with this model. So we just bring this model over here. Okay, and also you can see that this place actor panel also narrowing our viewport. So we just close this place actor panel, and here it is. So first we're going to increase its scale. So we just increase this scale here, just like that. And also we're going to rotate it. So you're going to rotate it like this, and then also we rotate it into this side, and then we place it over here, and also we rotate it into this angle. Maybe we can rotate it into like this and place it over here. Okay, so now you can see that our broken board looks something like this, but maybe we can just bring it little higher here, and also we rotate it into this side. Okay, so now you can see that the texture of this boat is not look that good. So for this we're going to use some decals. So in order to put the decals, we go to this content, and we're going to use some Megascan decals. So you just right click and go to this add quick cell content, and I have already downloaded some decals. So I go to the local here, and here is some of these decals. So maybe we use this one. And in order to download this, we come over here, and you can also change the quality. So I'm using the highest quality here, and because I have already downloaded this, so I don't need to download it again. Just I click on this add. But when you use it first time, you can also have to download it from here. So just click on this add button here, and also we have some of these date trees, so we can also download those date tree now. So maybe use this one. So we also add it to our project. Because I have already downloaded, so I don't need to download it again. Just click on this add button here. So here is our decal. So in order to put the decal, we just bring these decals, or if you don't find these decals here, you just go to this Megascan folder, and if you download some decals, you will also get this decals folder. So just double click to open this, and here is this decal. So we're going to put these decals over here, and you can see that it look nice. So maybe we can decrease its scale to effect in the small area here, and then also we can duplicate it and we place it over here. Okay, so now you can see that if even you have this bad texture, you can make it good looking by using the decals. Okay, so again we put some decals here also. Okay, and in order to put some decals into this wall, we can also duplicate it here, and then also we rotate this just like that, and we place these decals here, and you can see that it look something different. So maybe we can decrease its scale, and then we also rotate it, and then we place it here. Okay, so you can see that now it look nice. And now we're going to put some small plants over this boat, so we can get more nice result. So for this, I go to foliage section again, and then I'm going to use these small plants. So make sure that we don't select any other plants here. So maybe we use those three here and we tick this on. Then we go to the density, maybe we increase it to 10,000 here, but we go down and we decrease the scale very less, so maybe 0.2 to 0.4 maybe. And also we do one thing that we go over here and this ground slope angle, and here it is set to 45°. So in that way we can only paint the grass or the plant over the surface, but not in perpendicular angles. So if we change this to maybe 180°, now we can also paint on the perpendicular angles. But you can see that the static mesh is not selected, so we cannot paint over the static mesh. So we select those plants and then we go up, and here you will find the static mesh option. Just enable this one from here. So now we can paint also over the static mesh, but our brush size is little too high, so we're going to decrease the value to maybe 10. And now if we go close here, so I decrease my camera speed, and then if I paint, you can see, and you can see that we can paint nicely over this wood here, but you can see that our density is less. So maybe we can increase the size of the plants, maybe 0.5, and also here 0.5. So now if we paint, or maybe we delete this and then we paint, now the density look nice. And also we can paint over the decals also. So now you can see that this look amazing. Okay, and also we can do one thing that when we select all of these trees, so maybe we select all of this and then we go down here, and here you will find this option that is the effect distance field lighting. So we just turn this on, and you can see some of the difference here. So if we just turn this on here, off here, you can see these are the plants go brighter, but if you turn this on, you can see that it creates nice shadow here. Okay, so you can also do this. Maybe we can see here, so if we just disable this, you can get more bright plants, but if you turn this on, we will get nice depth to the plant. Okay, so make sure that you turn on this effect distance field lighting. Okay, and then also we can increase the scale. So maybe we come over here and we just select only those three, and then we go here and we decrease the density to maybe 1000, and then we set this value to 1 maybe, and then we're going to paint here also. And maybe you can see that our trees look very blurry. It's because I use the camera, and I also change to the camera focal distance. So maybe we go to the sequencer, and if we change our focus distance, you can get a more clear result here. Okay, so this is how you can create this kind of scene. And also now we put some of these dead tree assets here. So we go to these 3D assets, then we select the static mesh filter under this mega scan folder. So here is some of these fallen trees, so maybe we use this here, rotate this like that, and also we place it over here maybe. Okay, and also we have these dead plants here, so maybe we place it over here, or first we're going to decrease its scale and then we place it over here. Okay, so this all depends on you, that how you want to design this scene. The basic is the same, and maybe we just rotate it into this angle, and you can see that with those assets it look really amazing. Okay, and also we have some other assets here, so maybe let's see. So these are the some branches also, so maybe we put this branch over here and increase its scale, and then also rotate this. So the basic is same, and you now I have to design your scene more nicely. Okay, and now we go to the sequencer, and maybe we increase our camera focus distance to get all this scene into focus. Okay, so now we can get a more nice result here. Okay, so this is how you can create this kind of scene. So I think you get all the idea here, and you can also create nice result. But one thing that if you use the HDRI backdrop, you cannot get the sun into your scene, but you can also make this kind of sun here, but it look really odd. So make sure that you can change your HDRI backdrop according to your sky condition. So here maybe we can put our sun into this side maybe, or you can see that where is the sun into our HDRI map. So here is the sun position. So maybe we can select our HDRI backdrop, and we can rotate the sun into our scene here. So maybe we just rotate the sky over here, and then we place our sun into this side. Okay, so in that way you will get the nice position of our sun, and it will look nice. And also when you rotate your sky, you can also copy this rotation value to this skylight option here. So here is the projection center, we can just paste the value here. Okay, so this is how you can create this kind of nice environment here. And also you can see in my actual video I put other plants, small plants here and there, so you can also do the same, or maybe we can do here also, so you will get the idea. So again we go to the foliage section, then I go here is the plants. So maybe we select those 3 plants here, and we going to increase the scale to maybe 2/3 here, and also decrease the density to maybe 200. And now if I paint here, okay, so maybe we can put our sun little bit down here. Okay, so we go back to our main selection mode, and you can see that eventually this scene look nice. And if you watch my trailer video on this environment, at the end I also make this scene as a very dark and misty environment. So let's make that too here also. So in order to make that environment, we can also change so many settings. So it will be nice if we just duplicate this level. So if we make any changes, this level cannot be affected by the changes. So we just click on here and click on this duplicate here, and maybe we name this as a dark mode. And also we can use another HDRI map for this, and here is the HDR map that I'm going to use for the dark mode version. So I'm also download this map from the Polyhaven. So I'm also give the link in the description down below, so you can also get this HDR map from there. Just drag and drop into our content drawer here. So here is the map. So double click to open this one, and you can see this is the HDR map. And I'm also make change to its color. So we go to its brightness curve, and we change this value to maybe 5 here. And now you can see that it's look very high contrast here. So you're going to use this one. So just close it from here, and here is our duplicate level, which is the called this dark mode. We just double click to open this one, and also we save the changes here. So here it is, and now you can see that this looks something like that. And also we're going to create a sequencer for this level. So we go to the sequence tab, and we create an add level sequence, and maybe also we name this as a dark mode sequence, and then we save this one. And also we bring our camera over here. So we go to the search option and type Cine Camera Actor. Here it is, just bring it over here. So here it is, and now we going to change our sky first. So for this we go to the search bar again and type HDR, and here is the HDRI backdrop, and then we go to the top, and here is the cube map slot. So we're going to use this cube map this time. So you just drag and drop over here, just like that. And also we go to its details panel and search for this skylight here, and also we change it this one here. And then we go down here, there is the intensity, we change it to maybe 0.1 for this skylight. But also we go to this HDRI backdrop, and here is the intensity, we change it to 1. Okay, just like that. And now you can see that our sky looks something like that, but the environment is too bright here. So we're going to change some settings to the directional light also. So we go to this directional light, and then we go to this intensity and we change this value to maybe 0.7 here. And also we go to this light color, we make it like grayish type color here, and we hit OK. And then we go to the source angle, we change this to maybe 10 here. And also we go down, and in the volumetric scattering intensity, we're going to enable it little bit, just like that. Okay, so now you can see that our scene looks something like that. And also if we change our sun position here, you can see that this looks something like that. And now we going to change some settings for the skylight. So we go to the search bar and type sky. Here is the skylight option, and first we go to the skylight color, that is the light color. We're going to change this to something like grayish color here. And we also go to the sky atmosphere, and then we go down, and here is this option, that's the railing scattering. We're going to change this color to grayish like color, grayish color. Okay, just like that. And then we hit OK. And now you can see that our scene looks something like that. And now we're going to change some settings to this fog. But before we do that, maybe we can rotate our sky a little bit. So we type here HDRI to select our sky here, and then here is this projection center. We're going to rotate it a little bit. So maybe we rotate here maybe, or maybe we can place this bright area to this side, just like that. And when you rotate this HDRI backdrop, you can also copy this rotation values, just copy it. And then we go to the skylight, and also we paste this value to this projection center to here, just paste it here. Okay, and now you can see that it will be look that bright parts in the horizon here. And now finally we're going to change the fog settings. So we go to this exponential height fog here, and first we go to this fog density, we're going to change it to maybe 1.5 here. And now you can see that this look nice foggy environment here. And the fog fall off, we're going to make it as 2 as it is. And also maybe we can change it to only 1. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now you can see that this getting better now. Okay, so if we just place our camera here, or maybe we can go to this dead tree here, this tree, and we can maybe make it little bigger here and place it over here. So now you can see that this look really amazing with that dead tree. Okay, maybe we can delete our mannequin here to get a nice view here. Okay, so now you can see that this look really amazing. And also we can do one thing, that we can just duplicate our fog sheets here. So we just go to our fog sheet, and maybe we can increase its density also. So after selecting this fog sheet, we go to its details panel, and here is the material, and double click to open this material here. And maybe we can increase its opacity to maybe 1.6 maybe. So let's see if we save it from here, and here is our fog sheet. Maybe we place it over here. Okay, and then also we can duplicate it to this side also to make a nice misty environment here. And also we can rotate this. Okay, now you can see nice parallax to this fog also. And also again we go to our fog setting, so it is the exponential height fog, and if you go here, that is the secondary fog data, you can also make this secondary fog here also, and after that we can also increase this fog height fall off here. Okay, so now you can see that this look really amazing. Or maybe we can go over here and to this cliff we can also increase its scale maybe little bit, just like that. And if we go here, you can see that you can see a nice big mountain at the horizon here, and you can see that this look really amazing. And after you render it, you can make little bit of color correction to make it more nice. So this is how you can build this kind of scene here. So this is it, and now we can make some camera animation here also. So we go to our sequencer here, and here is our cinematic camera. So first we go to this transform, make a keyframe here, and also make this keyframe as a linear keyframe. So we just right click here and make it as a linear. And then also maybe if you want to make a 10-second long video and your frame rate will be 24 frame per second, so in that case maybe we can put this 240 frames here, and then also extend this timeline here, also extend the camera cut here, and then also we can put some extra frame at the beginning here. And now we go to our last frame, so just click over here to get to this last frame here, and then we just animate our camera like this. Okay, and maybe we put our camera a little bit down here, and then also we make a keyframe here, or you can also tick on this auto keyframe switch here. So now you can see that if you play it, you can get a nice animation here. Okay, so this is how you can make this kind of scene, also make a nice camera animation here. And if you need some camera animation reference, you can also watch my trailer video for this. Okay, and also we can do some environmental effect. So if you enable the starter content, you can go to the starter content folder, and inside the starter content folder you will find this particles folder. So here you can get some ambient dust elements, so you can just put those ambient dust here and there, and this look really amazing. So if we just play it through, you can get little bit of particles here. So maybe you're not seeing it because of this YouTube compression, but when you render it, you will get these nice particles into your scene. Okay, and also you can put some other smoke effects. So maybe we can put this steam over here, and then also we can increase its scale maybe. So you can get nice movable clouds or mist like effects here. Okay, and you can also put other one over here, and then we can increase its scale. Maybe we place it over here, and we can also rotate this. Okay, so you can get nice effect by using those assets. And now finally I am going to show you that what will be my render settings to render this out at a high quality. So in order to render this scene in high quality, we're going to enable a plugin which is called this movie render queue. So for this we go to this edit and go to this plugins, and then we're going to type for movie render queue. And when you type movie, you will find this movie render queue plugin. Just enable this one, as well as this movie render queue additional render passes. Just enable those, and then you have to restart the engine. So just click on this restart now, and now we're going to render it. So we also enable our plugin, and then we go to this Windows, then we go to the cinematics, and when you enable the plugin, you will get this option, that is the movie render queue. After that, we go to this render option, and we select our actual sequence. So in that case, the sequence will be the dark mode sequence. So we just select this one here. Then we go to this settings tab, and under this unsafe config, just click to open this one. First we're going to delete this JPEG sequence because we don't want our sequence will be JPEG. Then we go to the settings. First we put this anti-aliasing, and in this temporal sample count I put 32 here, and also tick on this override anti-aliasing. And then also we tick on these warm up frames because we also put some extra frames there. So in order to render this, we're going to click on here. Then again we go to the settings, and then we go to this camera, and I choose this shutter timing. I choose this frame close. Then again we go to the settings and put this high resolution here. And finally again go to the settings and I choose this EXR sequence. So our format will be EXR. Then we go to this output, and here is the output directory. So here you can put the pathway where you want to save your renders. Then just click on this accept. And finally just click on this render local, and your sequence will be ready. So this is it, and this is how you can build this kind of scene. So if you like this video, I recommend you to check my other videos, and if you like those videos, please do subscribe this channel and turn the notification on. So this is for today, and we will see in my next video. So till then, take care and bye bye.